Hi everyone, welcome to WW Designs. My name is Nikki and I want to share with you this gorgeous little find from Coles Supermarket. I was in there the other day just checking out the magazines. They happen to actually have the latest Daphne's Diary, so I nabbed that as well. But I found this, and the minute I saw it I went, oh, I need to check this out. I had a very quick flip through and I had to buy it. The reason being, put it this way, my watercolor skills are severely lacking. It's something I would love to improve, but in fairness, I don't have a lot of spare time with work and freelancing and making videos and all sorts of things. I don't practice. And so quite often I get overwhelmed and don't even start a project because I see all these pretty watercolor things and it's just all too much for me. So this is the little book I grabbed while I was overseas. This is a little Talons notebook. I bought it for €3 and my intention was this year to find some little projects to practice. Guess what? I have done one whole thing in this book. That's all I've done. Because every time I have a few minutes to spare, I can't decide what to try and paint. So we need to work on this. Now, this is not officially a watercolor book, but have a look. The paper quality is delightful. The tiniest bit of buckling, but nothing, no bleed through, no nothing. So I think this is perfect for my little project, but it's finding suitable subject matter for beginners. Now, this one here, Watercolor for the Soul, that just rang all the bells with me. Simple painting projects for beginners to calm, soothe and inspire. Well, when it comes to watercoloring, I need all the calming, soothing and inspiration because I'm just not getting very far with my practice. Now, just for your info, this is printed on the cover. It has a US price, an Australian price, a Canadian price. It's by David and Charles, so I presume this must be readily available overseas. Don't know about the UK and Europe, but definitely you guys in these places, including me here in Australia, should be able to get one of these. And it's by Sharon Stevens. So let's have a quick flip through. And I'm really hoping this might be a great place for me to start. So there's our cover page. There's our contents with beautiful imagery and an introduction. Connecting with your practice. Yes, well, focusing on breathing. Yes, I tend to hold my breath when I'm trying to do projects like this, especially where I'm not comfortable doing them because I get stressed. So I sort of hold my breath every time I put the brush to paper. So focus on breathing. I think that sounds like a damn fine idea. Create space mentally and physically. Make your space comfortable and inspirational. Well, I do adore my desk and I've got lots of beautiful things on it, so I've got that bit covered. Remove distractions. Well, yes, that's easier said than done. But yes, we need to try and find a bit of quiet time when I'm home alone and can do some of this work. And then pay attention to your thoughts. Yes, my thoughts are, I'm not really good at this. I don't know how to paint. But anyway, that's why we have things like this. Inspiration, choosing subjects, enjoying the process, keep a journal. Oh, I could add that into my journal. Well, actually, no, you know what I might do? What might be perfect is with my little book, I could keep some notes on what worked, what didn't, and what I was happy with or maybe not happy with, and write that on the back of each project and just paint on this side. That's a thought. Can become my little watercolor journal. And then keep it simple and just start. This to me is the most important thing. Overwhelm is the easiest way to not learn something new or to not practice because you just don't always know where to start. That's, I think for me, that's the best giveaway here. Then we have some material information. If you don't know where to start with watercolor, I think reading this would help you a lot. She has some brand suggestions, caring for brushes, things like that. Sounds good to me. Paints, characteristics, shopping for paint, other supplies you might need. Okay, this is very good if you really are a beginner. Choosing your palette. She explains her palette. Buying a set, warm and cool colours. Okay, so again, if you're an experienced watercolour artist, you probably don't need this information. But if you're not, I reckon this is great. Watercolour basics. So some of the terminology and what they mean. How to hold a brush correctly. Preparing paint. Fabulous. Water control. How much water to use. How to remove excess water. Be conscious of the drying stages. Excellent. Mixing colours. The colour wheel. Understanding the colour wheel, I think, is probably one of the biggest and most important things you can learn with watercolour, because it's very easy to create brown. So this would be a page definitely worth studying. Make that more pages of a similar thing. How to create muted colours. Oh, I didn't even realise all of this was here. I just did a really quick flip through looking at what the choices were to paint in here and went with that. But this is some really good beginner lessons, which is, I have to honestly say, that's where I am. Because I would love to include more watercolouring in my journaling, but I am not game to even try. There's some techniques, painting shapes, methods of applying the paint, how to do washes, creating highlights, variegated washes, masking fluid, paint splatters. Oh, and now we get to the projects. I saw this and went, I want to paint him. I love everything ocean, so he appealed to me greatly. Then we've just got really simple things like starting with layered shapes and making bookmarks. These would be great beginner lessons. Something I would certainly happily try. Some very simple leaves. Definitely worth doing. Great instructions. Oh, this is great. Solid colours, adding movement and interest. More inspiration. A jellyfish. Oh, I didn't know that was in here. I am definitely going to have a go at that one. I can see this becoming a very underwater themed arrangement, but I'm loving it. I love that jellyfish. That's so pretty. And there we go if you want them in more colours. Oh, that is beautiful. Oh my God, it gets better. There's a whale. Have a look at that. Wow. Now this is interesting because like from my point of view here, all I can see is blue. Lots of blues. But have a look at this. There's permanent rose involved. Whether that's to get almost like a purpley colour, I have no idea. We're going to have to read and find out. But how awesome. Love this. And then very clear instructions on how to actually paint a whale. An avocado. It looks so easy, but I bet you it's not until you actually try. But again, beautiful step-by-step instructions. There's a very cute carrot. So we can do a salad bowl if we want to. They look really cool though, I must say. Oh, look at these potted plants. They are delightful. And then once you have a bit of skill, you could paint the pots in any colours and patterns that you like. I love those. And here's how to do the bowls. Fabulous. There's a leafy wreath. That's very pretty. Again, step-by-step instructions. Loved these pebbles. I love this. Very zen, very calming. Don't know how calming it would be to actually paint it, but I can tell you I'm going to try. Absolutely love it with simple instructions. This is how you build confidence, is trying things that aren't too above you. That's a very good looking log slice. I don't know if I want to paint a log slice, but it might be worth a try. Again, it's just all about building skill. I love the citrus fruits. Of course, then you can make them any colour. You can do limes and lemons. That wouldn't be too hard, I would imagine, once you've had a little bit of practice. I like the gemstone idea. This is very cool. Look at these. Aren't they gorgeous? Yes, I'd like to have a try at that. Snowy mountains. Wow. Wow. This is awesome. Feathers. Oh, look at all the beautiful colour options with splatters on top. That's fabulous. Echinacea. Very pretty flower. Love it. Birch trees, or just any trees. Being able to paint them and have them look quite realistic. Very awesome. Reeds at sunset. I like that too. Oh, look at these. How very cool. A butterfly. I'm definitely going to try painting a butterfly. Lots of beautiful colour options and shapes you can try as you practice. Maidenhair fern. Just lots of very delicate soft greens. And of course, full instructions. Love this turtle. She is just gorgeous. I'm definitely going to try that. Maybe not as my first piece, I don't think, but I do love that very much. And again, full instructions. And then more inspirational patterns. Oh, see how clever is this? That looks like mosaic. Definitely like mermaid scales. And the lighthouse is very cool. And there we go. There's a little bit about the author. Oh, I must go and check her out on Instagram. Well, I tell you what, I think for 20... Oh, look, now there's more of these, but I didn't see these here. Watercolor portraits, watercolor fashion illustrations, DIY watercolor Christmas, and watercolor and hand lettering. Oh, wow. This is very awesome. Now, hang on, look at this. Printed in the UK by Stevens and George for David and Charles. You would think then that this would be available in the UK/Europe. Just see, have a look here. There we go. It's actually printed in the UK. Well, there you go. You learn something new every day. But look, absolutely love this. If you are a beginner like me, even though I have done a bit of watercolouring, there's been such a long time in between that I might as well call myself a beginner. I thought this was just the most beautiful book. I just everything about it just appealed to me. So there was no way I was leaving this behind. So I hope this is a nice little bit of inspiration for you if you have decided that maybe learning to watercolour or improving your practice might be a little goal for you for 2025. This could be a perfect place to start. So if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments box. Happy to answer them for you. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And thank you very much for watching. Until next time, stay safe and stay healthy. Bye for now.